Well guys, it's time to talk about goals for June of 2024. Let's get right into the wrap up. Hey guys, it's me, Kay, and you've arrived at my weird little corner of the internet. Welcome. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller, mostly on Poshmark and eBay, though I do sell locally at an antique mall and on other online platforms such as Merari, Depop, and Facebook Marketplace. And like I said in the intro, this is a goals video. I do these monthly. I used to do them quarterly in the past, so every 3 months, but I think this way keeps me a little bit more accountable. Just a little bit, but yeah, I'm in the game for accountability and transparency always on any of my social media and in real life. So yeah, I have 15 goals for 2024. They're separated into 3 categories. We have business, personal, and financial. I do the business ones first. That way you guys can click off if you're not interested in the rest of them. So without further ado, let's just get started. So the first goal in the business category is to earn $30,000 from my side hustle. So this includes reselling, obviously that's the main one, YouTube, any other social media. I'm close to getting monetized on TikTok, so that will hopefully play into that in the future. And yeah, this is a carryover goal from 2023 because I did not hit this in 2023. I actually did worse in 23 than I did in 22. That happens sometimes. This year, not doing so great either, but that's also my fault and nobody else's because I have not been devoting much time to my business. And yeah, I'm happier though, so that's really all that matters, right? So at the end of June, that's when all these numbers were pulled from. I was at a total of $13,140.81, up a little under $1,400 from the previous month, so not too great, but yeah, it is what it is. I should be about $15,000 in profit by the end of June if we're going to be on track, but I am not tracking right now. Maybe that'll change, I don't know. We're also in summer slowdown. There's a lot going on. We just got back from vacation, so life, right? Okay. Next is to hit 2,500 subs on YouTube. I'm not gonna spend much time on this because I hit this already. I am over 3,000 now, so thank you to all of you who subscribe. And if you're not already subscribed, I still would love to have you, so please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you like reseller content. I would love to have you here. Next is to sell $5,000 on Merari. Merari is a newer platform for me. I have sold on it in the past, but I was never consistent at all with listing over there because I was doing everything manually at that point, but now I am using Vendoo as of the beginning of this year. And so everything, and I mean everything that I list on Poshmark gets cross-listed to both eBay and Merari. And so I'm hoping to hit a decent amount of sales. I don't think I will hit this, to be honest with you, because Merari is not my best platform, but it's nice to have a dream, right? So at the end of June, I had $1,407.58 in sales on Merari, and that's up $212 from the previous month. Next is to thrift at the bins 15 times. I had a goal of 12 back in 23, and I hit that. I love shopping at the bins. It's my preferred area to source. And so I wanted to increase that a little bit. And so far I've only gone 6 times, which is about once a month. So I have some catching up to do, but stay tuned because it's coming. It's just, I don't really like to go to the bins as frequently when it's nice outside because we get only a couple months of the year that are nice. So when the weather starts to take a turn for the worse is probably when I will make up those extra ones. And then the last in the business category is to reach 10,000 followers on Instagram. To be honest with you, and I think I said this in the last goal recap video, I don't really care about Instagram anymore because regardless of how many followers I have, it doesn't mean I'm going to make any money from Instagram. I was hoping that they would bring the Reels bonus program back, which I had been in before and made a few $100s off of, but I have not been invited back, and honestly I don't think that my follower count is really going to make a big difference there, so don't really care about it much. But I'm still tracking that goal, and I ended June at 7,916, which is exactly the same as May, so there was no change there. Moving on to the personal, the first is to get my half bathroom fixed. We have an electrical issue in there, and I have reached out this week to some electricians in my area and got some quotes from them, so hopefully this will be fixed soon enough. I just need to get someone out here and kind of diagnose the problem and then fix it. And then next we have read 52 books. I am happy to say that I hit this goal in June because I ended the month at 61 books. I read 16 in June, up from 45 books at the end of May. If you want to know what I read in June, I read Powerful by Lauren Roberts, The X-Vows by Jessica Joyce, The Itinerary by Penny Pentley, Yes, No, Maybe by Jessica Sherry, Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young, Most Wonderful by Georgia Clark, The Book Swap by Tessa Bickers, The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, My Kind of Trouble by L.A. Schwartz, Scarred by Emily McIntyre, Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose, That One Night by Emily Raff, This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune, and finally Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. Yes, if you have a Goodreads account and you like to read, I share reviews on Goodreads. My TikTok is fully book talk at this point, pretty much. And you can find links to all my socials in the description down below. All right, next we have achieved 10,000 minutes on the Peloton app. I did sell my bike. I have mentioned this already in a previous video, but I am still trying to keep up with meditations and working out as much as I can. It's a little bit more difficult in the summer because, again, it's nice out and I want to enjoy it outside, but I have been trying to do what I call my hot girl audiobook walks, and basically that means that I go outside with my earbuds in and put on an audiobook and I walk around. Not much to it, but it helps me get some minutes racked up on the app. And so I ended June with 2,872 minutes, up 462. Obviously, I am nowhere near the halfway point, which would be 5,000 minutes, but there's still plenty of time to make that up. Then we have bring back monthly game nights. This is just something that I like to do as a family. We could just, hang out with each other for a few minutes. It's really tough with a teenager because they want to spend time with their friends or talk on the phone in their room. So it's just an easy way for us to spend some quality time together without much interference, if you will. So we have been doing that. We have been consistent with doing it at least once a month. The last under the personal category is to visit 2 new countries. We did just get back from vacation, but it is July, so this does not count for the June recap. So as of the end of June, I have not been to any new countries. Moving on to the last category, which is financial. The first is to invest 10% of my side hustle income. I started this a couple years ago. I know nothing about investments, so don't ask me. I just kind of put my money in there and let it sit for a little bit. I started with 10%, then last year I did 20, and now I'm back to 10 because I want funds available to allocate to other things, and I have been doing that consistently. I usually wait till the middle to the end of the month when I have all of my final numbers from my antique booth, because those are not available until at least the 10th of the following month, and then I put that money aside. Next is to make 2 extra mortgage payments. This is something I started 4 years ago when I bought my home because I wanted to have more money in my pocket when I go to sell. And so I've been doing that. I usually do one in the first half of the year and the second one in the later half of the year. And I did make my first one for this year on June 25th. So we are halfway to that goal. Next is to reduce my car loan to $10,000. This goes back to the why I dropped to 10% of my side hustle income for investments, because I now have a car payment after not having one for like 2.5 years, which was amazing, by the way. But I have a 15-year-old child and she's going to soon be driving and she will need a new vehicle because I don't want her driving mine. So to compensate for that, I am trying to get my loan down so that I have more funds available to buy something for her. It's not going to be anything expensive, but I still want extra funds to be able to put into that. So at the end of June, I had $21,500 roughly still left, and it's only down $354 because interest, yay. Thank you, Uncle Sam. But yeah, I'm working on it. It's probably going to result in a very big lump sum payment by the end of the year, but I'm working towards it. Next is to have $5,000 saved in an emergency fund. There's things I want to do around this house, like little home improvement things. I also like to travel a lot. My daughter has diabetes and insulin is not cheap. So I want extra money just in case things happen, because it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. It's gonna take you by surprise, and I want to be able to have that money available and not have to just throw things on my credit card and let them rot there. So I want to have $5,000 at the end of the year, and I ended June at $2,716.47, up $472 from the previous month. And then last but not least is another goal I haven't done anything with yet, and it's to complete a no spend month, with the caveat that it does not apply to my business or my child. So basically what a no spend month is, if you're unfamiliar, is that I cannot spend any money on myself unless it's an essential. So, you know, food, room and board, you know, shampoo and soap so that I can clean my body, that kind of thing. So I've been kind of racking up points and gift cards on like Target and Barnes & Noble so that I can still keep my book addiction going during a no spend month, because I'm not spending any money. So it's gonna be a large undertaking. I am not super confident that I can do it. I think I can, but it's gonna take a lot of work and determination. And so I've been consuming a lot of content about that. There's tons of it on YouTube and also TikTok if you're interested at all. But yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna attempt it at some point this year. I'm thinking maybe September. So that gives me, you know, like a little over a month to prepare myself to start that. But those are my 15 goals for 2024. Let me know how your goals are doing, if you set them for yourself, because I love to see that. It helps me stay motivated to see other people out there slaying the game, I guess you could say. But yeah, other than that, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it at any point, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube to know what type of content you enjoy seeing from me. And if you're not already subscribed and you like reseller content, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here in my weird little family on the internet, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.